Direct from Foxborough, Massachusetts, the gem of Norfolk County, and taped at the studios of Foxborough Cable Access. It's Foxborough Central. And here's your host, Bob Hickey.
And welcome to another fantastic episode of Foxborough Central. I am your host, Bob Hickey, and I want to thank you for taking the time to join with me and my guests as we talk about the people, events, and organizations to make Foxborough truly the gem of Norfolk County. I'm joined today by a couple of real estate agents. We're not here to talk about real estate. We're here to talk about giving and how they are giving back to the community and how we can share their message of, well, just community involvement and how to not only access, but also how to support others. So I'm very happy to have you here today, Melissa Casper. Thank you so much for being on the program.
Thanks for having us.
And you are a real estate agent and the director of ReMax, I'm reading this, ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation.
Correct. The ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation is a nonprofit under ReMax Executive Realty that services the surrounding area and Foxborough, and we're here today to talk about that.
We're part of the region, so, and of course, returning back to our program is Andrea Elwood. Andrea, thank you so much for coming back.
Nice to see you again.
I see that we're coughing back out, which looks great, and welcome back.
Thank you.
And you are also a realtor, a real estate agent with ReMax Realty, and you're also part of the Charitable Foundation.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, let's start, shall we?
Yeah,
What
sounds good.
is it?
So again, ReMax Charitable Foundation is the nonprofit arm of ReMax Executive. About, I would say, 15 years ago, was it? 10 years ago. Our owner decided that we wanted to give back to the community, so began the Charitable Foundation with really the message of neighbors helping neighbors. Mm-hmm. How can we as agents help those in our area? And it's just something we fundraise, we then receive grant requests from people in the community for maybe somebody that has a need, whether they had a fire, a job loss, a medical emergency. How can we financially help them and give back to get them back on their feet?
Yeah, it's really interesting that you mentioned that. It started 10 years ago, you say?
Yeah, 10 years ago.
Where the boss decided it was time to give back, because I think we all talk about how important it is that we give back to the community, and then you have a certain group of people say, well, yes, but nobody ever does. But really, there are great companies and great organizations that do give back. There's civic organizations, groups, places like Cable Access here. We give back in our way of communication and sharing information and giving access. Right. But you're actually raising money and then distributing it back out. So you don't need to do that as realtors. That's not typically what you think of when you're talking about realtors. No. So what a cool idea.
Yeah, no, it was great.
So this is the ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation, and ReMax Executive is based out of what? So there's a number of communities. So what communities do you serve again?
Okay, so we have offices. We have 9 offices. We actually just acquired 3 new offices, but the closest office to here is in Franklin. Mm-hmm. That is actually the headquarters.
I know it's a whole 18 minutes away, but it's still very close by, right?
It is very close by.
So we're in your area.
Yeah, and so, and then we have offices in Hopkinton. We have offices in Grafton. We have offices in Holliston, Marlborough, and Framingham, Natick, and Westboro,
and
Medfield.
Oh my!
I think that's all 9 of them.
Okay, so you're spread across the land. Yeah. So, with that type of coverage, there must be a pretty significant opportunity to find needs. So if I were, first of all, we should probably give out your contact information now, because we need to talk about not only people who need your help, but also how to be supportive of the mission. So that would be the ReMax Executive, and that is at www.remaxexec.com. And you can reach out to the Charity Foundation, to Melissa and Andrea, at charity@remaxexec.com. Is that the best way to do it? By email?
Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that website has a lot of information. And on that website, you also have fundraising information. So which do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about giving or raising first? I like talking about giving.
We can talk about giving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So say I'm walking down the street and I see something that's a situation that might require some financial support. How do I go about doing that?
So you would reach out, via the webpage. You could reach out. There's a grant request form on there. It's actually.
Do I have to do it for myself, or can I refer somebody?
You can do it either way. Okay. So someone can fill it out for themselves, or someone can fill it out on behalf of someone in need. And it has most of the pertinent information that you would not want to know when you're trying to put in a request. We do only we can only take grant requests from people that are in the general Metro West, Massachusetts area.
So I can't be in Los Angeles and just say I need to have a new boiler. No, it doesn't work that way. So these are for this community.
And we only give
you serve
to
Metro West?
Yes.
And we only give to individuals, though. So we don't give to other organizations. Some do, but our bylaws only allow us to give to individuals.
And this is a nonprofit arm of the ReMax Exec Office. Super.
So you would fill out that form online, email it in, and then we as a board meet once a month. And so the board is going to review it. Usually what happens is when we first get that in, if there's any questions or we need follow-up information, we'll reach out to the person that submitted the grant and say, hey, we got your request, we want to discuss it. Can you give us a little bit more information? And then we as a board discuss it. And if we need more information, we'll go back again. And of course, I think it's really important to let people know everything is confidential. We have had some recipients that have asked, can I do some press for you? Can I let people know about this? But we also realize that these can be difficult times in people's lives, so everything is completely anonymous. Sometimes people don't even know a friend has put in a request on their behalf, which is really, it's just so... to see the generosity of the friends that come forward, and then we as a board will discuss the grants. We'll vote on it as board members. Again, if we need more information, we'll reach back out, and then at the end, essentially, we have a check that we can present to the person that needs that financial need, and that's a really special to be able to. See the person receive it and know that we're really helping someone, and again, right in our own community. So
I'm speaking with Melissa Casperin and with Andrea Ellsworth. They are directors with the ReMax Exec Charitable Foundation. Andrea, I got to ask, realtors know what's going on. So do you ever come across it in your line of work where you bump across somebody or some family in need?
We definitely do. I mean,
is that how this all started in the first place, or?
It kind of is, yeah. The owner, one of the owners, Bill Wright, he noticed there was a need for this kind of thing. It was for initially it started to help the agents within the company as well as people outside of the company. So it was for health challenges and whatever. But another thing that we have found too is that because we are real estate agents, a lot of times the reasons people are selling their houses or are looking for rentals is because there's a need.
A life change.
Right,
some
correct.
Situation that.
Correct. So it's really put us in, I think, in a great position to, and that's, we have kind of a handle on where there are more needs, where somebody outside of us might not see that. Even sometimes close friends don't see it. Somebody comes to us because they are selling their house because,
Well, isn't that the hardest thing?
For
those of us who are in need, we aren't just going to, for the most part, just put a banner out front saying, hey,
exactly.
I'm failing to meet my obligations and I need help. And that's the hardest thing to ask for, isn't it?
It is. And so that's why it's so great that we're here and we're trying to get word out that we're here and we're here to help people because, I think so many people don't know, and there are so many people in need, whether it be for financial reasons or health reasons or, and sometimes because we are real estate agents, again, it also helps us if somebody lost a place because of, a fire or a catastrophe or, some other situation, we may have a direct connection to be able to get them a place quicker than, another organization might be able to. Yeah.
And I think this really fits the needs of some of those, small one-time events that set somebody back where they don't really qualify for some type of long-term help, where it's just, unfortunately we've had something happen and it's just, we need to get over that hump, and our goal is to kind of boost them in and keep them as active members of the community. And you want to make sure that people feel like, they can stay in their house and take one worry off their plate by maybe giving them a small boost in a time of need.
What a wonderful thing for ReMax Executive to do. So congratulations on that. And
Thank you.
For those of you who want to reach out to them, and I'm going to talk about the giving side in a second here, if you are in need or if you know of somebody who might need a little bit of a financial boost, you can reach out to the ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation by emailing charity@remaxexec.com or logging on their website and learning more. There is a button there at www.remaxexec.com. So this is a foundation, so that means you don't have an angel investor who just gives you money, correct?
No, unfortunately. If there's one out there,
right?
please.
That would be great.
So we're taking applications. Come on down, yes. But until
Yeah.
that happens, you're also involved with the fundraising side of things.
Correct. So we do fundraising throughout the year.
Okay.
Right now, as an organization, I should say we get funding two ways, not only fundraising, but also we do have a membership fee for agents to become members of the Charitable Foundation, and our agents within our office are very generous. They pay a yearly fee, and then I would say a high percentage of agents also do a percent of sales. So that's one way that our agents help support the Charitable Foundation. So every time they sell a house, they donate money to the foundation.
Very nice.
Yeah, so that is one huge way that we get money, just relying on our agents in the offices. But then the other way is fundraising in the town, and our biggest fundraiser right now is our 5K. We do it at the Hopkinton Country Club. We do it the Saturday before Thanksgiving, so it's a turkey trot. Last year we raised over $20,000.
Wow, congratulations.
Yep, thank you.
That's great.
It's a group effort, huge group effort, and
I have to ask the question. Do you really run at that time of the year?
I don't, because I am, behind the scenes helping organize
Good
things.
for you. Good for you.
Yeah. Run, walk, whatever you want to do. Some people get competitive, other people just do. And it's a beautiful place to walk around. So we hold that, and even if people don't want to run, we also do a silent auction. We have
breakfast.
Breakfast it's better than most 5Ks because you get a beautiful breakfast at the country club at the end of it. So just sign up for the 5K and stroll in right at breakfast time.
So
that's
that'll be
fine.
the week before Thanksgiving, and people can log on to www.remaxexec.com and get all the information for that. And raise $20,000. So how many runners were there, or participants?
About 125, I think.
Fantastic.
Yeah, 125.
And again, we do
What a great turnout.
Our numbers are increasing, and we're always looking for more. Yeah. A lot of the people that have participated, they're excited for it, and it's a good opportunity for them to do a course that they wouldn't normally do, and support an organization at the same time. So,
that's great.
Yeah.
And it's not the only one, I understand. You do a few other things throughout the year?
Yes, we do. We just finished. We do a lottery calendar.
Those are fun.
Yeah, so those are nice. It's
What is it?
have
Every
your
day
name.
of the month.
I think we did about half the days during March. We did, and right around St. Patrick's Day is the big winner is pulled. So we usually do that every year, and then we do smaller ones throughout the year. We've done wine tastings. Trying to think of what other ones
We've done a number of things. So I've actually been on the board since I joined with ReMax, which is just after they started the foundation.
Okay.
But so it was in 2009. And we've done yard sales. We've done, like you said, we did wine tastings.
Sounds like
different things
it
like
comes
that.
down to great ideas by the different people that are participating. And as with all of us who do something, it has to take somebody who wants to do it, and then it becomes a great idea and somebody leads it. So a lot of different ideas coming down the pike and a lot of different ways to raise money. But the key is that this is a private organization. It's a nonprofit arm of ReMax Executive, and it's serving Metro West. And to find out more information, to either be a donor or to be perhaps access some of your bounty of goodness. I don't know if that's the way to say it, but it's some of what your mission is. It would be to reach out to charity@remaxexec.com or to log on to your website at www.remaxexec.com. Did I get all that right?
Yes,
you did.
You did.
Oh.
You're
I'm
a
getting
pro.
good. I'm getting
It's like
good.
you've done this
And
before.
just to throw you off a little, we do actually have a Facebook page too.
I love
Yeah.
Facebook pages.
Yeah,
we
so we
should
do.
all become friends and subscribe to your Facebook page. We should like
Right.
you.
Yes.
Yep, definitely.
Yes.
Like us,
Yes.
because our Facebook page is probably the most up to date, like minute by minute,
Right.
you know, what's happening, what are we doing, and we
Events
also, you know, feature
Okay.
what events are happening and,
And
how
that's
people
how we
get in
would know
touch
what the
with us.
upcoming events
Yeah.
are. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So we can, of course, log on. And I imagine you have a charitable donation button on your Facebook page also. If not, you'll
We have
probably
to
have one
PayPal,
soon.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
we
it's
do.
on there.
So
Yeah.
that's
So-
great because then we can all have a homework assignment here. We can go out there and become your friend on Facebook.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exciting. I like
Yes.
that.
And in addition to when we talk about fundraising, something that we've opened up this year that's really exciting is, as I had mentioned previously, a lot of our monies and funds comes in through agents becoming members of the Charitable Foundation. And something that we started in 2018 was to open up membership not only to the agents within ReMax, but also to what we're now calling corporate members.
Okay.
So our corporate members are people that are in the trades right now that are usually closely related to real estate agents, attorneys, lenders, we have plumbers.
So I was going to say
you know,
services are huge
services,
in real
yeah.
estate because you know, moving to a new, people rely upon their
Yeah.
real estate agent for so much more than I got the
Handyman,
house.
right.
Yes,
Exactly.
yeah.
How to
Oh, yeah,
access
we get a lot of
services,
calls.
What's the best
Movers,
schools? I mean,
right.
all these things. There's a
Yeah.
reason why people use qualified realtors. So
Yep.
that's great.
Yeah, so by opening it up to corporate memberships, we are increasing that pool of money that we are able to give out, because now we have corporate members joining the board, and they can join. They can also sit on the board if they so choose. We have 13 board members that do the grant review process, and even just help out with our different events through sponsorship, through providing things for the auctions. So by opening it up to board members, it allows us to just kind of increase that pool, and it also allows us to increase who we're reaching in terms of awareness of. They may know somebody that is in need that we don't know about, or they may be talking about it to a friend at a dinner party. Oh yeah, I'm on the board of the ReMax Charitable Foundation. Oh, I didn't know about that. My neighbor just had this incident happen. Do you think they could help them? I didn't realize that was out there. So, you know, it helps increase our funding, but it also helps to get our name out, which is our biggest mission, is to get our name out so that people know we're here to help you in a time of need.
And thank you for being here and getting your name out, because that's what we're doing, is trying to spread the information and get the ReMax Exec Charitable Foundation name out there. So with these different organizations and groups that are in, is the need overwhelming? Are you doing okay? What's your biggest need right now from a giving side?
I think the need is steady in terms of grant requests. Our need, of course, is always, you know, funds to give out. So any type of donations, or if people want to join as corporate members. But I would say we probably have maybe 2 to 3 grant requests a month.
Yeah.
Do you think?
About average, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about average.
Well, that's actually a lot when you think about the scope of what you do. You're not full-time charity people. You're both
Right.
real estate
Yeah.
agents.
Right.
And you both have a real job.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. A very encompassing one. Yeah, but you know, it's getting the word out there really is very important to us. It's something that we have given out over $150,000 worth of grants in the 10 years that we've been doing it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And obviously in the beginning it was few and far between. One, people didn't know about us, and two, we didn't have the funds. So I think, you know, getting our name out there is important on both levels. One, because it is going to bring more funds in for the different events that we're doing and just general donations. And then we are going to be able to help more people. I think we have given out in the first quarter, we've given out over $25,000 in grants this year.
Really?
Yeah.
So we're on target to give out definitely far more than we have in the past. And in order to do that, you know, we need the grant requests,
Right.
and we need the donations coming in too.
Well, hopefully by publicizing it here and elsewhere, you'll
our
get
goal.
a few more of both.
That's our goal.
Okay, so I'm going to
Absolutely.
give you the last word. We are running out of time, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that my new friends Melissa Casburn and Andrea Ellsworth are both real estate agents with ReMax Exec. They cover the Metro West area, Holliston, Hopkinton, Marlborough, Westboro, Needham, Framingham, Franklin.
Close.
What am I missing?
Medfield.
Yeah.
But the important thing is that Foxborough is in your area. And
Yeah.
so,
Yes.
Foxborough.
if you need
Definitely.
services, they are here for you. And if you are either in need of some short-term financial support to get you over a bad hump, or if you are an individual or a business who are looking to make a difference, you should reach out to ReMax Exec at www.remaxexec.com, or you can email Melissa and Andrew directly at charity@remaxexec.com. And they have a turkey trot right before Thanksgiving coming up. They have a wine tasting at some point. They've just getting ready to start work on their March 2020 lottery calendar.
I am now.
It seemed to work out well. You're talking about us. It worked out well. It was a good one.
Yep.
See, the good things we do, we've got to remember and do them again and replicate. And the bad ones, we just kind of, that was fun. We're not going to do that again. So the lottery calendar was a good one.
Yeah. We've done that for a few years now. And the 5K has been another one that we've been doing for a few years now. And we're always open to suggestions for fundraisers too. I mean, that's, if there's a need that we could fill with a fundraiser that hasn't been overdone, we're all about doing that too.
There you go.
I think even individual fundraisers, sometimes people will, I own a paint and party store. You know what? I'm going to have a night where people can pay, X amount, and I'm going to donate the proceeds to ReMax Executive. It doesn't always have to be a huge fundraiser, and I think that's something that we're starting to focus on is how can people feel like they're helping us in small ways. Get a group of friends together and just donate the proceeds from an event. And that's another way that a small business owner can really help give back in their community and know that the money we're collecting is going back into this community.
Right.
So it's, not going to people in California.
Yep.
It is going really to neighbors helping neighbors.
And I think that's key. You do know that your money is staying local and that it's helping people locally.
Yeah.
Every event, every fundraiser is another cobblestone in the path, right?
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly.
Let's make it a good path. Melissa Casper and Andrea Ellsworth, thank you so much for being here. You get the last word. I'm going to remind everybody at home that ReMax Exec is your regional ReMax office. They have 9 offices located from Franklin, Points Metro West. They're here for you. You can find out more about them at www.remaxexec.com, or you can reach out for the charitable arm directly at charity@remaxexec.com. Be a giver, be someone who gets some support, but either way, learn more about these great people at the ReMax Charitable Foundation, ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation. You get the last word, folks.
I think just one thing I want to touch on is kind of a little bit of a small world. Our owner who started the foundation recently was in Chicago and actually ran into somebody who saw the ReMax logo and made a comment that they were from Massachusetts and at one point they had received help through the ReMax charity. So that was really special, I think, for all of us to hear, and didn't even realize that he was the person that had started it. So, it kind of puts it into perspective. It's a small world. And then to hear that person remembered that it really lets us know we are making an impact.
I was going to say it clearly made a difference in somebody's life.
Yeah, so any way you can help, please, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Do you agree?
I do. I absolutely agree. I mean, I'm here today because of...
Because you weren't going to disagree.
Yeah. Because...
She's over there saying, well, yeah, Bob, of course I agree.
But yeah, I mean, I'm here today because of, another charitable thing that I was doing and meeting somebody that you all work with. And so it's really getting it out there. And
it's also about the people you meet and being supportive of each other, because it's all one big family.
It's a great world.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been wonderful seeing you again.
Thank you. Great to see you too.
Wonderful meeting
Thank you.
And it's been wonderful having you on our show. Melissa Casper and Andrea Ellsworth are both real estate agents with ReMax Executive. They're with the ReMax Executive Charitable Foundation, and they have shared their story. Thank you for letting us share it with you. If you missed any part of today's program and you can't find it again on your favorite Verizon or Comcast channel, you can always look us up at www.fcatv.org. That's our website, or follow us on YouTube. Foxborough Cable Access has a great channel. You should subscribe, see all the wonderful music, community, sporting, and of course us here at Foxborough Central. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.